Hello guys, we are back continuing our Roman campaign. So last time we were trying to get Taurus settled down enough so I could take my army out. And yeah, I'm still trying to get peace back with the Epiros, and I'm still, of course, very worried about these guys up there. Pretty poor, but it looks like I'm back to making a profit now that I got Taurus. Those are repaired. Let's see what this is at. Still a lot of unrest, so hopefully when this is done, it should start settling down. See, so they don't want to be at war with me either. They don't want to have to deal with me either. And I'm gonna take the trade. Hopefully can increase that number. I just want all the money that I can get right now. Like I said, I'm right now just trying to get, some pretty elite units that I can have basically one army that can steamroll. Maybe I'll move them up there, I'm not sure. Oh, we'll see. See what everyone else is. But it looks like Arumate, or the Sarmatians, they're expanding pretty quickly here. No one's going to be a problem very soon. Right now it's mostly just the barbarians. Eventually, I am going to have problems with Carthage, and probably either one or both of these factions, depending on when I start expanding up into Gaul. Now, if we go to my diplomacy right now, you can see this is what I want right now. Some allies would be nice, but I also don't want the added complication that comes with that. Still very unhappy. So this may take a while, but I may be able to... No. Okay, thought maybe I could leave that general there and move my army, but that is not the case. This guy's down. God. I need to save my money and get this. More happiness. So this is basically talking about this guy Antigonus Gonatas. He was the guy who took over Macedonian, these black guys, after Alexander died. So this is what I want. I want Roman citizen troops. I don't care about local troops. The Roman troops are always going to be superior. More expensive, but superior. That's what that's what I want. Not a whole lot else to do. I don't think I can recruit me. Still 27 turns on these guys. That's a lot. 4. These Etruscan hoplites will be good when I can get them See the Seleucids there. They're the biggest empire by far, at least in terms of provinces, number of provinces, so see that their production, you know, basically when they have money in all their provinces, they go up and down. But you can see I've been pretty steady. I haven't really done much. Eventually, once I start getting some more money, that'll change. But see, so this is starting to fade, so that's good. What I need. Maybe by the time this is done, to a point where I can leave it alone. I want to be able to move this army and take Rhegion. Yeah, so I wasn't trading with the Macedonians. Hopefully they accept that. That's good. More money. I'd really like that army to go away. I'm not sure what they're doing, but eventually that will start damaging that land because it's going to be raiding it. Send this guy down. Also want to be trading with these guys. More money. See, so now the Ptolemies are taken over. That'll probably be the case. It'll probably keep changing hands until I start taking cities, and I can continue growing my armies and also producing or building buildings. Because I don't have money to do that right now. Still just looking at, well, maybe now that I have a good bit of trade, 1,000 in profit, so some more hoplites here. What I'll do, build roads here. All the little wagons going, and basically the more of them there are on your roads, the more trade there is. The more trade there is, more money you're making, and that's what this game is all about. It's in terms of war. You need money to make war. Early on in these Total War games, you're typically gonna be not doing very much because you don't have money to do very much. You're usually just gonna be waiting a lot, ending your turn, and repeating that over and over and over again. Continuing to recruit Roman troops. This is still going down, so that's good. I think probably by the time I recruit these, get these forces grouped up, I'll be able to move my army out, because this will be done as well. Just trying to get more trade. I'm already trading with the Carthaginians. See, have trade routes going between my places in there, so me, these types of games are always the most interesting once you've kind of established your homeland borders, basically the place that's going to be your part of your empire. It's going to be your main source of income, military. Oh, so this guy's bored. Yeah. Sorry, but deal. And fight them next few turns. I'm still focused mainly on the south. I want to finish off my boot here. And then worry about the rest of it. You guys aren't anything too heavy duty, but is somewhat sizable force. You can see now that I've started building my Roman, installing my Roman government, I'm starting to get more Roman. Got hoplites, some cavalry. I can retrain some of these guys. Curious, I think I may get rid of these guys. Oh, I've never really liked missile cavalry. I want my cavalry basically just to charge in, crash into the flanks or the rear of whatever enemy I have to be engaging. Really taking a lot longer than I wanted it to for this to get to a point where I could move my army out. So maybe 2 turns from now, when this is done, I'll get that 5% bonus. I don't want to engage them because they have two armies there that will reinforce each other. If it was just one, I would consider it. Trade rights with Tolmecs, barely accepted, but not good enough. More income. Could also look at just taking. I don't want to be that split up. By now it seems like these guys aren't interested in attacking that city, which would be some AI issue or something like that, but for whatever reason, they're not gonna attack. Perfectly happy with that. I'm content to just sit here in the north and wait until I can get there with this army after I take the Navy. So looks like I need to make a boat. Not that interested in doing that right now. It's good. So my heir that I'm trying to get going here has had a kid, so potentially carry on dynasty. Well, it looks like Assyrians here have taken Carthage. So that's an interesting development. See, Carthage has a lot more provinces and it's like a lot more maybe military forces. Oh, here's Hannibal. So this is the guy that, historically speaking, eventually marched up through the Alps and ruined the heart of Italy for 16 years. Right now he's just a young 20-year-old that doesn't even have any units with him. Like I said, we'll see later on. Maybe I'll probably have to butt heads with Carthaginians eventually. Oh, that didn't go well. But I could also keep them as allies maybe, and maybe look to expanding east first instead of west, south. Rebels spawn that complicates these. Some maybe if we do low tax rate, take this guy, I'll come back up here and then circle back down. I'm gonna get rid of these guys though. So they're barely happy, but that is all I need right now. I just needed to be able to move this army out and continue using it. One of these days, Rhegion will be mine. So, finally, headed in the direction that I want to be headed in. And consolidate some of these units. Family members. Ooh, Rome ready to upgrade. That take me a while to get enough money to do that, but eventually there won't be any more growth happening, and if you don't upgrade it, there will be too many people. You can get basically diseases going on. You can lose population and then lose the chance to upgrade. So these guys are back to being very unhappy. Wonder why. Go ahead. Want a couple really cheap guys to try and maintain order there. Take a look at what's happening around the world. So yeah, the Carthaginians took back their capital. So where these guys I'm gonna send up here. I think I have plenty of guys to be able to take this. Not required, so the walls there just aren't enough for it. Wire ladders. Let's see. Just palisade. Okay. So next turn that will be attacked. Still making roads there. When I finally do make it up here, I'll have a couple pretty big armies that I'll be able to engage all these with. So I could wait 3 seasons, but honestly, I've been waiting long enough. So this could be a somewhat challenging fight. General, see he's He knows what he's doing. He's been in plenty of fights before. This guy, he's young, he's green. He has no idea what he's doing. So my guys they don't have a lot of confidence in the guy who's trying to lead them. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight this one out. Start my deployment. The Romans just did not have much cavalry to speak of. There just weren't horses. Horses are expensive to have around, so. Go ahead and try and bash that down. Move all these guys up. Basically want to smash through this gate, push all these guys back, and then I have to go and take town square, capture this place. Cavalry is not going to be able to do a whole lot in a city fight, but I do want my general to be relatively close, just so he's near all the guys that need morale boost. But cavalry, it's hard to be effective in a city. There's just not enough room to move around. While this mod is new, you know, it came out, Europa Barbarorum came out last year, 2016, but it is based on a game that came out in 2007, I believe, so it's somewhat limited. The reason that they ended up having to do it based on an older game, I think, is because the newer Total War games just aren't as easily moddable, at least in terms of, you know, editing the campaign map and editing the units themselves. You can do some, you know, minor cosmetic things, but my understanding is that they just weren't able to do as much modding as they would have needed to make this a, you know, historically accurate type of game. So I am taking quite a few losses here. It's to be expected. City fights, you know, these guys, the enemy guys, all have a morale boost, and especially once I get here, they won't run away anymore, so you have to kill them all to the last man, which can be pretty painful. Especially since the whole time you're basically getting attacked by the archers and by, you know, slingers and whatever they happen to have. I am out killing them. Not by much, but I am out killing them, so I should win this. Like I said, I am worried though. My guys aren't going to be confident in my commander here, so if they do get beaten down enough, they might run away. I want all my guys to keep pushing. See there, their general just died. So that's good. So now they're more likely to run back to the town square. But I think these are skirmishers back here. means they're... Oh, don't go that way. They're weak, pretty weak to cavalry. They don't have a lot of armor. You can see they're basically just wearing a t-shirt and a loincloth, so... These guys should die pretty easy, cavalry. Got a good sandwich going on, but like I said, these guys will fight to the death, so... And that should do it. There we go. So, took some pretty heavy losses. That's not unexpected in a city fight. Like I said, they fight to the death at the end there, so... Finished off our bottom part of our boot of Italy. Again, I'm gonna occupy it. There we go. Rome's good name restored. So. Headed in the forum. Alrighty. So again, I'm gonna do the regional pacification. Should do it now. Once these two kind of get Rhegion, once it gets under control there, be able to finally head north and deal with the barbarian menace that has been ravaging my lands for about 20 turns. It's causing some pretty hefty economic problems up here. My income is really bad. I think for now that'll do it once again. It's been relatively boring. Things should start to pick up in the next maybe couple episodes that I do of this. Once I can get the north around here pacified, but for now it's just a lot of turn ending and a lot of waiting. But go ahead and see you guys on the next one.